Justice isn't a choice. It's my mission. You want to understand the Guatemala STD experiments? Quiet. Listen, history hides things in the dark so they can fester. Between 1946 and 1948, U.S. public health researchers carried out deliberate infections in Guatemala. Prisoners, soldiers, psychiatric patients, and sex workers were exposed to syphilis, gonorrhea, and other sexually transmitted infections without proper informed consent. Why would men who called themselves healers turn people into research subjects without choice? What happens to a system that treats human beings as mere data points? The operation was led by U.S. researchers, including John C. Cutler, who would later work on other controversial studies. Their stated goal, to study transmission and test prevention and treatment methods. But ends don't erase means. Approximately 5,500 people were examined. About 1,300 were intentionally infected. Reports found dozens of deaths among study participants, though not all were proven caused by the studies. Who bears responsibility when the powerful hide behind science to justify harm? There was no meaningful consent. Vulnerable populations were targeted, people who couldn't freely say no. That's a betrayal of duty. After decades, the U.S. government acknowledged the wrongdoing. In 2010, President Obama apologized. A 2011 presidential advisory panel documented the abuses and the failure of oversight. Reparations and full justice remain incomplete. Does an apology rebuild trust that was shattered? How do we measure repair when dignity was stolen? The lessons are brutal and necessary. Research ethics, informed consent, independent review boards, protections for vulnerable people exist because nightmares like this happened. But ethics aren't a shield you invoke after the fact. They are a mission you live every hour. How vigilant are we now? Will institutions learn, or will history repeat in a new guise? I don't forgive carelessness that endangers the innocent. We shine a light on what was done, we name it, and we ask hard questions so the darkness has nowhere left to hide. What will you do when you find wrongdoing in the shadows? Will you expose it or let it fester?